everyone. I wanted to do a quick video. I don't know what it's going to come out. I feel like I'm just going to do an energy check-in and see what comes out. I hope this video finds you guys well. I want to thank you for all your support and followings and bookings. I'm extremely grateful. If you're new here, hello and welcome. I am JC. I'm gonna clear the energy. There might be a little bit of background noise. There's some stuff going on downstairs. I think they're watching like a movie or something. So kind of loud, but it's okay. It's all good. We got all good vibes up in here. So we have 3 piles to pick from today. We're gonna do pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So just go ahead and pick whatever pile that you're drawn to. I might even pull some oracle to see what this message is about or who it's about. I'm kind of getting some mixed energy. I did pre-shuffle the decks beforehand, so we are just going to kind of get into it. These are going to be kind of quick messages, and yeah, let's just kind of get into it. So let's get into pile number 1. This is going to be your reading. Let's get, this is the Good Witch Oracle. Hi, pile 1, how are you? Oh, that one just flipped over automatically. Longevity, number 39, Scorpio energy. I'm going to take it. At the bottom of the deck, we have victory with number 44. Beautiful Aries energy. Okay, let's start with these 2. We have stimulation after that. Okay. I'm getting like long-term commitment, but let's get into it. I feel like I just want to pull one more from one more deck. This is kind of this is going to be a random pull. I'm just going to kind of go with the flow here. For collective readings and messages. So you could be even drawn to more than one pile. I do have a feeling this is going to be a long-term commitment, but let's get into see if it's red or if it's red. There's a lot of red right there. If it's like a love reading or long-term commitment, could be in some kind of career. So Spirit, show me one more for pile 1. Step out of your comfort zone, North Node. Ooh, okay. A win-win outcome is forecast on the bottom. Ooh, pile 1. What do we got going on here? What do we got going on here? Some of you could be between the ages of 39 and 44. Some of you could be a Scorpio or Aries, or just have a lot of Mars placements in your chart. I feel like I'm actually feeling also like a path shift here. I feel like you're stepping into what you're supposed to do in this lifetime. I feel, wow, it's really powerful. Pile 1, way to come out the gate here. This is a very powerful energy. When you're stepping out of your comfort zone, you're really stepping into about to be whatever you're about to be crowned in. This is what you're supposed to do. This is like your life purpose. 44 is a master number as well. So some of you could be seeing a lot of 44 or 444. You're coming into alignment, and it could even be you're really kind of settling into it within the next couple years. And I think you're going to bring a lot of success from whatever this is, and it's going to set you up for the long haul. And it's because you're really kind of following that north node. Your north node is what you're, if you want to look it up in your birth chart, everyone has a north node. I think I'm a north node in Gemini. So you, like, for example, Gemini is supposed to share their voice, communicate. So in this lifetime, your north node, whatever that sign may be in your birth chart, is kind of what you're supposed to work on in this lifetime to become, you know, successful, to become the best self that you can. So if you haven't looked up in your north node in your birth chart, do so. Some of you, it could be a north node in Aries, a north node in Scorpio. Either or, both of these signs are ruled by the planet Mars. So, and with this victory here, especially with this crown, I feel like a lot of you are meant to kind of step up into a leadership role, and it's going to set you up for success. And I feel like that, like, I'm getting really drawn to this clock. The time is now. It's now time to step up. It's now time to put that crown on. It's now time to kind of step in to your purpose in this lifetime. I'm also being really drawn to the sun. So some of you could also be Leo. Leo is a very, you know, Leos are very outgoing, right? You could be, I feel like some of you could even have like a Leo rising, Leo Mercury. It's also the way that you, if you're not Leo, and don't get too caught up on signs unless it's like your north node, you should definitely check into that just out of curiosity. On it will help you kind of make sense of what you're supposed to do in this lifetime, and like kind of like filling your purpose. So check that out. So this is a very interesting reading so far. Also, I feel like a lot of you, this could even be connected. So I'm still getting a partnership, I'm not gonna lie. I'm still getting a partnership vibe off this. So some of you could be meeting somebody that could be really kind of igniting this in you. Somebody that's meant to kind of help you through this part of your life. That's going to kind of be with you for the long haul. Or they could be kind of pushing you to go for this without even knowing what your north node is, and kind of just uplifting you. You could even meet them in going towards your true purpose if you're not in a connection already. I do feel like there's some of you that will meet a partner that is meant to not only help you along your path, but actually fulfill something on a higher and bigger purpose. So, ooh. All right, I'm gonna go one more. Well, also red and purple, which is kind of weird because we have a red deck and red and purple flowers. Red is action. It's, you know, it's a very fiery energy. Red is also standing for, if you think about it, anybody in the tarot of authority, of personal authority, of personal willpower, strength, and ambition. Think of like the Emperor, the Justice, the Magician. They all have red capes, or like a red, you know, kind of cloak or armor. In the Eight of Cups, it's usually a red cloak that's kind of taking their own adventure. This is like a thing of personal power. You know, the red cloak or cape or armor, it stands for personal power and strength, and having that personal power. Purple usually stands for a sense of like kind of knowledge, but experience, luxury, wealth, abundance. But it also represents kind of, it's the color of like strength, because you have to work hard to get to a level. God, this is so weird. I'm trying to think of like in some of the Nine of Pentacles, the cloak that the lady wears that has the, and sometimes the bird's purple, but she has like a purple cloak. And with the Nine of Pentacles, it's like there's a journey behind it. It's like a level up, like a karate belt. You know, they're like different colors. I want to say a purple belt's kind of high. too. So it's like a high ranking. It's like you really worked hard to get to where you know, to that state of wealth, luxury, to have that freedom. It's also the color of the crown chakra. I want to say it's the crown chakra. Don't quote me on that. It's late, but I really wanted to get this reading out, and I was really called to do it. So just, we're going to go with it. But I feel like there's like a whole nother level of who you are. Well, obviously you've got a crown here. A whole nother level of becoming, like, of who you are and who you are meant to be in this lifetime. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of clarity on it. And I feel like it's going to change you as a person for the best way possible to set you up for that stability, that wealth, that abundance, and whatever that looks like to you. I'm also feeling a really fiery energy to kind of go after those things unapologetically. Well, okay. King of Cups kind of came out sideways. We'll figure it out. Oh, well, okay. So we have the Devil, the Five of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. We're going to leave them like that. This is what I'm talking about, stepping into your power. And I definitely was feeling a partnership. Some of you actually left somebody that was blocking you from your path and your purpose. With this Devil and the Five of Pentacles, I feel like it was a very toxic energy. It was holding you back. I'm almost getting like a kind of energy vampire, kind of sucking the energy out of you. We're just kind of dimming your light in some way and kind of veering you off a path of what you're supposed to be on. Because pile one, you are royalty in such a unique way, and you're meant to do something in this lifetime. You're meant to kind of wear this crown. You're meant to be a leader. You're meant to be abundant. You're meant to be wealthy. You're meant to be powerful. You know, you have Scorpio and Aries energy. That's like a force to be reckoned with in its own. You, okay, like, they're both ruled by Mars. That's leadership. That's standing up for what you believe in. That's like standing and not taking shit from anybody. It's also, Scorpio is about death and rebirth. So you've probably been through like a lot of transformations, or feeling like you have to start over. It's because you haven't been living your purpose. So it's really important for you to kind of know that North Node in your chart, because it will make a lot of sense of maybe why everything else hasn't worked out. Because when you're not kind of living your purpose, the universe will make your life hard. With this Five of Pentacles, that's making your life hard. Like the Devil, that's making your life hard, holding you back. And it left you in this state of, some of you, financial hardship. The Five of Pentacles is like, she's kind of alone, right, in a dark city, and there's even somebody kind of following her, right, this shadow, this weird, you know, person, and there's a bunch of like things that are going on in the shadow, and she's alone. Not only is she alone, she's got a baby. She has nowhere to turn to, and I feel like a lot of you either keep finding yourselves in, I almost want to say, like codependent relationships where, you know, you have either people sucking the life out of you, or just kind of holding you back from like really shining and being who you're supposed to be. I mean, look at the sun here, you know. I feel like a lot of you are this shiny gold coin, and a lot of people have tried to kind of dim your light in one way or another. It's like you were supposed to be this shiny coin, and you wound up being that like an imprint on someone else, which isn't living your purpose at all. The Queen of Pentacles, and I feel like this is the shift for you. the Queen of Pentacles is very sure of herself. She's very luxurious. Like, there's a lot of purple even on her card. She's kind of stands in her power. You know, she's offering this coin and she has this nurturing effect, but at the same time, like, look at the way she's standing. She's like, yes, I will give you my coin unless you don't deem worthy of it. And I feel like it's been a lot of this codependent stuff and this Five of Pentacles being left out, being in these some of you have been through many cycles like this, and others of you maybe have just been through one. You're just like, you just are done, you know. I'll never let that happen again. Others, you find yourself in like maybe similar situations, but not quite. Either or, there's still kind of a cycle. The King of Cups, it came out kind of sideways, but I'm probably going to take it reversed. I feel like look, the candle literally went out like right now. Yes, people are burning out your candle here. I'm just going to light another one just for you, pile one. Just for you. This is your new candle. This is the message right here. We're going to light a new one. You know why? Because you deserve it and nobody should dim your light. So we're just going to light another one. But King of Cups in reverse, even if he's sideways. And the thing is, some of you were in a relationship what you thought was maybe the King of Cups. The King of Cups upright is a pretty solid person. Look, very well put together, cool, calm, and collective, emotionally available, and ready and open, but still keeps a very calm presence, you know, still has his shit together. King of Cups in reverse doesn't. That's the devil. This is the person. The King of Cups in reverse is emotionally, one, not available, also emotionally manipulative, and just, yeah, it's just not a good energy. And I feel like a lot of you are probably, you're someone who feels really deep, and I feel like you do shine really brightly on your own, and you've either had multiple relationships where somebody has kind of sucked that energy out of you and kind of dimmed your light or made you feel like you weren't valuable enough, or you just kind of felt, you kind of settled into relationships and then you found yourself kind of being like, why is this happening to me? You know, like, why is this happening? I don't understand how I keep getting into these places. And it's just like, you just have to keep learning the lesson again because you're not living your true purpose. So pile one, let's see what's happening next for you guys. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Pentacles, okay? This is rebuilding. She's like, I'm ready to invest, but she's a little skeptical about what she should invest in. And guess what? After some connections of people that are like the devil, the Four of Swords on the bottom, a lot of you are still healing, doing a lot of thinking about what you've just been through, you know? Because it's kind of gnarly. And some of you know the King of Cups, it seemed upright when you first started a connection, and when I mean connection, for most of you, I feel like it has been like a love connection, but it doesn't have to be. It can be a friend connection too that just does the same thing, or somebody in your family that is like that. And you're like, man, I just keep going through these cycles with this person, and we're cool and we're super cool, and then they just do something that's super fucked up, and then they act like nothing's wrong, or they're kind of not taking accountability for what they're doing, and or they're just kind of trying to put you down or what you're doing with your life, and it's just toxic. Okay, 5 of Wands. Boom, right there. It creates chaos. You know, a lot of these people, they create, you know, and when I say these people, I mean, look, 10 of Cups, they rob you of having your 10 of Cups. They rob you of your stardom. They rob you of moving forward. Okay? The King of Cups in reverse will do all that. Male or female, it doesn't matter. This person had a significant importance in your life, or you've had a couple people. Like I said, it doesn't have to just be in a love connection. It can be family, it can be friends, it could be coworkers, it could be your boss. Take it how it resonates. The Ten of Cups, the Star, and the Wands. This is you without this. Ten of Cups. Like, look at this kid. Excited about life, getting strikes, you know, having good people around that are happy for him. This is what you need. This is what you're on your way to, pile one. And really shining like the star that you are. Some of you could be Aquarius. We do have a lot of water. We kind of got all the signs here. We don't have air. So maybe that's something you need to do, is to kind of speak up and kind of focus on your stability. Focus on where you are going. Cut all of this stuff out. Cut this person out. Cut whatever is even just emotionally wearing on you. Eight of Wands is like that forward moving momentum. It's a lot of energy moving forward. Speaking of moving forward, I want to get some advice. What's advice for pile one? No, it's too many. What's advice for pile one? There's a lot of messages for you, pile one. I want to kind of keep these kind of short. Six of Swords. Okay. Why the Six of Swords in reverse? Why the Six of Swords in reverse? There's something that's keeping you stuck and you need to let it go. Why the Six of Swords in reverse? Clarify the Six of Swords in reverse. Okay, wow. Six of Cups in reverse. Wheel of Fortune. We have the Three of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. Whoa. Okay, this is taking back your power. Queen of Wands is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. You also have the Seven of Cups. All right, so I'm just going to be real with you, pile one. Some of you, and I'm going to call you out right here, but I'm doing it with love. I think a lot of you still need to kind of release this person. This person is creating massive chaos in your life. They might even be bringing other people into it. It's time for a change. This King of Cups in reverse does not want you to have this stability. I feel like with the Queen of Pentacles upright, the Queen of Pentacles is all about also manifestation, luxury, stability. She's kind of like both ends. She's, you know, very motherly, but at the same time, she's also very good with, you know, business strategy, or just, you know, she's very focused on her goals at the same time. And I feel like a lot of you have just given too much to people who just suck the life out of you, who create more drama in your life, who create this feeling abandoned and left like you don't really have anything, and you fucking deserve this Ten of Cups. You deserve the Ten of Cups. You deserve to be treated like the shiny star that you are, because you have so much potential and so much drive, and you have a bigger purpose. You deserve to wear this crown, pile one. With, you have a bigger purpose here, and you need to cut ties with anybody who is not on your team, who is not rooting for you with absolute love. With this Eight of Wands, you're not going to be able to move forward. You have so many opportunities that are right at your feet. You have the Eight of Wands upright, and then you have the Six of Swords and the Six of Cups in reverse. You have double sixes, and they both came up reverse. So that, what that also tells me is that there is an imbalance here, because sixes upright would be balance. The Six of Swords upright would be moving forward onto calmer waters, a transition. The Six of Cups upright is soulmate. It's pure love. It's, you know, kind of having that happiness, that innocence, that warmth, you know, and that connection, that familiarity with someone else, whether it's usually, you know, kind of a love connection, but it can also be like somebody part of your soul family. These are two cards that came up in the reverse, as well as the King of Cups. So whoever this person is, they're holding your back. They're making you feel out of balance. They're not allowing you to shine like the star that you are. With the Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Pentacles, things are shifting, and it's kind of like the Wheel of Fortune's kind of here, that clock is kind of ticking. I think things are going to start shifting for you, but you need to get this person who, whatever this toxic person over here is, you need to cut ties with them, because you have a chance with the Three of Pentacles to really build something. You could even have a collaboration coming in that is going to, with the Eight of Wands, you could even travel. You have to, and it's going to be something that's going to be able to fulfill your purpose on a higher level. And it's not only going to fulfill you, you know, abundantly. I have a feeling that some of you might get a really good financial opportunity and it's going to be something that you really love, and it really fills that purpose. But the problem is, if you let this person hold you back, you're not moving anywhere. You're not going anywhere. And I think that's a really strong message for you, Pile 1. And you can do what you want, use your discernment. But if you're still here right now, you know the person I'm talking about, and there needs to be an adjustment. And I feel like this person is holding you back. And it couldn't, maybe it's a work situation, maybe it's not just one person, but this boat is not going anywhere upside down, okay? It's sinking. And with the Six of Cups, this is somebody, the Six of Cups, the King of Cups, it could have, this situation, whatever it was, at first, it could have made you very fulfilled. It could have been the Six of Cups upright and the King of Cups upright at one time, but it's not like that anymore. It's holding you back. You know, it's holding you back from your true potential and so much happiness, and kind of moving forward into kind of rebuilding something that's stable, maybe people that have like-minded like-minded thinking, and people that you can connect with, people that are part of your Six of Cups upright, you know, part of your soul family, the people that are going to stand by you and root for you no matter what, and love you unconditionally for who you are. So Pile 1, kind of an early reading to start out. I didn't really know how this was going to go, but I have to be honest, I think a lot of you definitely don't deserve to have all this chaos and all this toxicity. And I know it might be hard because some of you are in, you know, different positions, but whatever this is, it's holding you back. You're not moving anywhere. And I feel like you have a lot of opportunity that is coming ahead, and great things that you're destined for, and it's all right there, but you have to make a change. Okay, so I'm going to leave your pile there, and I wish you the best. I'm sending all my love, and we're going to move on to pile number 2. Okay. Ooh, we're going to have to definitely we're clearing the energy here. All right, pile number 2. All right, you guys. Pile number 2. What are we gonna do? All right. Let's clear pile number 1 out. Ooh-wee. All right, so I'm just gonna shuffle this. for pile 2 spirit? What do they have for pile number 2? What do we need to know for pile number 2? Show me the energy for pile number 2 and their message. Attraction. Thank God. Well, I don't know. Let's pull the rest of the cards. Number 34, we have attraction with the pansy. Libra energy. Bottom of the deck, we have productivity with Cancer. Number 8, the Kent pumpkin. It's a good looking pumpkin. It's very attractive. All right, let's get a little moonology. What is this attraction? Whatever it is, I'm getting a balanced energy right off the bat, but I don't know. Pile 1 kind of took me through the loop too, but I am getting more of a balanced energy than pile 1. Pile 1 kind of creeped up on me, and I could tell by the way that the cards were kind of laid out and the message behind it that I feel like that's probably what happened. Just kind of creeped up on them. So what do we have for pile 2? Spirit, what else? What other messages for pile number 2? What other messages for pile 2? A new start is coming. Do I feel new love? New love. The energy is gaining momentum. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I'm going to pull that. Ooh, this is exciting. I also am probably going to pull this pumpkin. Can you guys see the cards? I hope so. Okay. Look at all the purple. It's abundant. There's some yellow. There's some orange. Okay. All right. Oh, that Wheel of Fortune's on the bottom of the deck. We like that a lot. So, pile 2. Ooh, let's get into it. We have Cancer and Libra. I was definitely very balanced energy. Also, when I think of Cancer, Cancer's kind of represents home, protection, very nurturing, emotional energy. And then we have Libra, which is the house. I want to say Libra is the 7th. Libra in the 7th house of partnerships. I want to say, no, it's not the 7th. It doesn't matter. I think your 7th house is connected to partnerships. I don't know why I got number 7. Maybe because 3 + 4 is 7. And in your birth chart, when you're looking up on your houses, the 7th house is kind of how you show up in partnerships and what you look for. So Libra is a very balanced energy as well. I hope that made sense. It's late, but I really wanted to do this reading, and I'm really excited about it. So the energy is gaining momentum because a new start is coming, maybe by the next new moon. Productivity. I feel like you've been productive, kind of clearing out maybe old cycles. Some of you could just be cleaning up things just in your life, whether it's things in your closet and, you know, your home space, your office space, cleaning out some old, you know, iPod, some musical lists, going through some old photos. You're just kind of, you're cleaning out old things. You're kind of cutting the things that don't serve you anymore. I feel like you're ready for a fresh start. You're ready for this, like, very, I don't know, this abundant kind of blooming. I feel like you just feel a little bit lighter energetically, and maybe it's your energy that I was feeling. It's a little bit more balanced. I feel like you're coming into a state where if you're not in a connection, I feel like most of you aren't. If you're not in a connection, I feel like you're kind of cleaning house to get ready for a good partnership. You're being productive. You're kind of, you know, maybe you've been putting a little bit more into your self-care and health routines. Like I said, just kind of cleaning up your space, getting rid of things that you don't need anymore. It's because you're creating space for the next thing or the next person to come into your life and kind of getting yourself ready, you know. Good, because energy is gaining momentum. A lot of you can feel like you're going to meet someone soon, or someone's coming into your life. Others of you, there's somebody that has, if you're not with someone, someone has maybe even sparked your interest, and you're like, okay, I got to get my stuff together because I really want to be with this person. For those of you that are in a connection, I feel like you're just you're kind of simplifying things so you can enjoy more time together. I feel like a new start is coming. If you're already in a connection, some of you could be getting ready to have a baby, or wanting or talking about that, or just kind of, you know, maybe if you're trying to get pregnant or something, eating cleaner, watching your cycles, being more, you know, health conscious of the toxins that you're putting in your home, the plants that you're having in your home, just, you know, the things that you're using to clean, like little things like that, really kind of cleaning everything up, cleaning out space for something new to come in. Some of you, you're like, I don't want to have kids. We've been in a connection. Maybe you're getting ready for a puppy. I don't know. Take it how it resonates. But I do feel like there could be a shift. And for those of you that don't want a puppy or a child, maybe it's just a new era in this connection. Some of you could be moving. Some of you could even be empty nesters, and you're like, I just want to travel and have fun. And you're getting, you know, you're getting ready to move the kids out of your house. I have no idea. Whatever this is, it's you're putting things in order for your next big chapter to come in, and it is something that I feel like this is such a good energy. It's a fresh energy, and let's just get into your cards. A lot of you can be getting, you know, about this shift, you're getting ready for this shift, and others of you feel like something's coming and you just have to kind of get your shit in order, right? Yeah, some of you, it is a long-term connection. You feel it. Feel it. Others of you, you feel like you need to get ready for something, but you don't know what it is, but you're kind of just putting things in order. Might be getting signs from the universe, or just a need to kind of declutter. So let's get more. Tell me about this new start. The King of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. Yes, yes. I love it. Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck, and then you have the King of Wands and the Three of Swords. Okay, the Devil. Wow. Okay, so with the King of Pentacles, let's start with here. With the King of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, the King of Pentacles, you could be Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. You don't have to be. The King of Pentacles is somebody who's very stable, very focused on long-term stability, also very focused on family, very family-oriented. The King of Pentacles is very strategic. He's very grounded. His family is extremely important. His stability is extremely important. The King of Pentacles is a guy, or you don't have to be a guy, is somebody who is, one, authoritative, but I mean, he's kind of like the daddy of the tarot other than the Emperor. You know, the kings are kind of like the daddies. And with the Four of Wands, I think that that's kind of like that long-term commitment, that family, the harmony, the peace, the home life. And the King of Pentacles is the provider. He loves to provide for his family. He loves to be able to provide and make sure that they're safe and they have everything they need and then more. But he's also somebody who thinks of the long-term future. Like, he's got his 401k in order. He has his stocks and all of his real estate investments and stuff kind of in lock. Like, he's very educated on the things that he invests in. So with the Four, because he wants to make sure his family has more than enough for what they need. And he takes very calculated risks. With the Four of Wands, it's a higher level of commitment, but it's also, like I said before, it's like that balance, that harmony, that family, that celebration, that kind of wholesome, you know, happiness within the home life. The Four of Wands definitely is a very home life card. That's why if this new start is coming, an attraction, and you're about to meet someone, the person that you're about to meet, like, this is a very, very stable connection. With the Eight of Cups, the King of Wands, and the Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck, this is what you have been clearing out. This is what you're cutting away. The Eight of Cups is something you walked away from. Some of you could have been recently, others of you could have been in the past. It doesn't have to be from a person. It can also be from, you know, somebody, it's something that wasn't emotionally fulfilling. With the King of Wands, I want to say this is supposed to be reversed, even though it came up right. The King of Wands is just kind of, and I love the King of Wands, but you could have walked away from Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, someone that was kind of more impulsive, someone that, like, the King of Wands goes after what he wants and he usually gets it, but at the same time he's willing to kind of step over whoever he has to kind of win. Which the Three of Swords, I feel like this is the person that you broke away from. You know, maybe you didn't have the King of Wands, like, he's stable to a certain extent, but if you're kind of not wanting, I don't know, I feel like out of the two, if you want something that's more stable for the long term, the King of Pentacles is like the guy to go to. The King of Wands is very fun and adventurous and exciting and charming, but at the same time, like, I wouldn't say he's the most committal out of all the kings. Like, the King of Pentacles, there's no question. So some of you could have met, like, kind of left someone like that. And not the King of Wands isn't a great person. He is, but he just is very different than the King of Pentacles. A lot more impulsive. Kind of prefers to kind of even be a little bit more in the spotlight, I guess. The King of Pentacles is definitely more calculated, grounded, a little bit more tedious in his decision making, making sure that he has all the facts before he kind of invests in something for the long term. So I do think a lot of you kind of walked away from somebody that was the King of Wands, or you took action and took that King of Wands energy where you kind of just took control and walked away from something that wasn't serving you. That probably left you in this Three of Swords energy. So let's get into more. I think a lot of you did want the Hierophants coming out again, and then the Devil. I think a lot of you, weird, the Devil and the Queen of Pentacles came out in pile one. The two piles could be connected. Yeah, we have the Ten of Swords too. A lot of you could have even been married before, and the person that you thought maybe was, you know, for the long term, maybe they weren't. The King of Wands can be quite charming, and a lot of people are very magnetized to him because he's pretty sexy, you know, out of all the kings. Ooh, the Star. Yeah. Hope, renewal, healing, more balance. This is something that you really, like, wish for. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Cups. Wow. And the Tower. This is going to happen unexpectedly to a lot of you. It's going to kind of come out of nowhere, or it's coming after a Tower moment, and it's actually going to help you heal. Some of you, you might, if you're not in a connection, and this has happened kind of pretty recently where you walked away from someone, or you still feel like you're trying to heal, this person is going to help you heal. They're going to help you build that solid foundation that you didn't get with the King of Wands person, whoever that may be. And the King of Wands does not have to be a male. It's just male, female, it's just the energy. But this person, you have the Four of, this is so beautiful. And I got such a balanced energy from the get-go. The Star is also balanced as well. But the Four of Wands, the Two of Cups, I mean, you really can't ask for anything more. I mean, you can have like the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles, like, but I think this is like the start of, that's where you're rebuilding that tower. And I think that with this energy gaining momentum, it's coming pretty soon for some of you if you're not in this connection already. If you are in a connection, this shift for you or this new start within your connection might happen unexpectedly. Like some of you could be getting pregnant or just having a child kind of unexpectedly, or kind of, some of you might even be like moving locations. Either or is going to still be balanced. It's going to make you very happy. With this Two of Cups, I think, you know, there's a lot of, these people are seeing eye to eye. They fill each other's cup. They're very into each other. They understand each other, even though they're very different. And I think that you're kind of meant to rebuild with this person. This is beautiful pile too. We have the Tower, or the Wheel of Fortune. We also have the Two of Wands. So definitely travel. For some of you, it could be a partnership. I think my dog is crying at my door. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Come on. Come on. Okay, so this is beautiful. The Devil. Why the Devil? We have the Knight of Swords and the World. Someone could already have their kind of, that's why attraction here, it could be, wow, the Sun's on the deck cut too. Someone could already see this with you and is very attracted to you, and they want to come in. I think some of you, if you're single, I feel like someone already kind of sees this with you. Six of Cups. Are you freaking kidding me? Wow. Six of Cups. Justice. There's your good karma right there. There's the scales balancing. There couldn't be any more freaking balance in this reading. This new start that's coming is going to be so well balanced. It's the Tower, like whatever this was that you walked away from, whatever was not emotionally fulfilling, whatever was heartbreaking, the lessons that you had to learn, the Tower had to come down. It was toxic with the Devil. No, I understand. You have the Two of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Star, the Justice, the King of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. This new start is what you deserve. It's going to be balance. It's going to be wish fulfillment. You are aligning with someone who is your true soulmate. And the Wheel of Fortune kept wanting to come out. So this is somebody that's on your path. You were meant to go through this to come together with this person now. And I'm just going to leave it at that, because that is exactly, that's exactly what I feel. That's the strongest that I feel. For those of you, like I said, that are in a connection, the Six of Cups can also mean like a parent-child connection. So I do feel like if you've been having issues with having kids, I'm definitely not a doctor, but I see that could be a possibility for a lot of you with productivity. You might be producing a little baby human, if that's what you want. Others of you, there might be a shock. It might come as a shock. But if that's the case and that happens unexpectedly, I feel like it's going to be a really good thing. And this is if you are in a healthy connection, not a toxic connection, and a Two of Cups, Six of Cups connection. But this is so beautiful. And I think this is your justice, your karmic justice. You're getting the connection that you want. And there's going to be a lot of attraction and a lot of magnetism. And it's going to be somebody who sees you for you. And they are going to love and appreciate you for who you are, and vice versa. And I see a lot of new beginnings in that. You are going to be very attracted to one another, though. So if you don't want to have children, I think that you should be responsible and be careful. But I think the two of you will really build something that is really beautiful. And this is part of both of your purpose. Like, you're supposed to come in at this time in your connection. So I hope this resonated. Pile 2, this was so beautiful. And yeah, we're gonna move on to pile 3. I don't even know what to expect for pile 3. I don't know pile 3. I don't know what to expect. Clear the energy. I'm going to try to keep it quick. Ready, pile 3? All right. Pile 3, pile 3. What's it going to be? Spirit, tap me into pile 3's energy. What do they need to know? What does pile 3 need to know? Tap me into their energy. What is pile 3's message? Ooh. Purification, number 41. Pisces energy. We have memory at the bottom of the deck with rosemary. I want to say that's Capricorn or Leo. I'm going to go with Leo. Yeah, it's Leo. Okay, number 16. Are we removing things from the past, pile 3? I feel like purification on I'm gonna wait to see. Spirit, tell me more about pile 3. I don't want to say anything right now until I get some more cards, because I could take the reading at a completely different level. Okay, time to take action. New moon in Aries. I am going to pull one more card. Show me one more. Show me one. Oh, it did flip over. There it is. Be bold and make the first move. Okay. A win-win outcome is in forecast. This came out for another one. Okay. All right, pile 3. I feel like we're taking action on a new start here. Purification and memory. like there's a new cycle, but in what? Cardinal moon. Some of you could be Aries. There is a lot of Aries energy here with cardinal moon. Aries. You could even be an Aries on the Pisces cusp. Could also be Leo. You don't have to be. Oh, there's the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups came out in the last reading. Some of you are just walking away from the past, or the past way, or just kind of, I want to say some of you, it's like thinking, old ways of thinking. Tell me more about pile 3. Tell me more. Wow. Wow. Okay. So this is kind of similar to the last pile, but you know, it is what it is. The Eight of Cups, the Tower, and the Two of Cups came out in the last pile. I feel like also this is different because if you were called to pile 2, go watch pile 2. I feel like this is one side of pile 2. And I'm saying because, or this is the after effect. This is like the second stage of pile 2. And here's why I say that. When I said you were kind of cleaning out because a lot of you feel like something's coming. So it was like a lot of cutting of old ways of thinking and releasing, walking away from what doesn't serve you, or just even from, you know, past trauma and events, or just kind of cleaning out your area, whether it was mentally, emotionally, to make space for something new. I feel like a lot of you, this is like the aftermath as to either this is you and this is like you found someone after kind of doing that purification, or maybe someone has kind of sparked your interest that you want to take action to, that you feel this Two of Cups with be bold and make the first move. But you have to kind of release all of the old past connection, the things that, because I feel like this kind of came because the Tower came up as well. I feel like with this time to take action and be bold and make the first move, this is like that Ace of Wands energy, that spark. There's somebody has sparked your interest that has made you want to kind of clean your life up. And I don't mean like clean your life up and can be a lot of different ways. Releasing old patterns, releasing old ways of thinking about connections, or just releasing the rest of your karmic skeletons in your closet that maybe you didn't even know that you still had until this person shockingly walked into your life. And they kind of stirred a little bit of imbalance, right? You have a 2 here. The Two of Pentacles, like kind of weighing your options, like going back and forth. Do I want to invest? Do I not want to invest? Or just kind of feeling like you need to regain some kind of balance. And it's a balance between, it starts with yourself, because you feel like you have to find better balance and cleaning your life up to make more room for this person, emotionally, you know, physically, mentally, spiritually, you know, time-wise, whatever. But there is somebody that has kind of come out of nowhere and has kind of ruffled up some feathers, and a lot of the things that you didn't think that you still had to work on kind of got brought up, and you're like, oh man, this is crazy. Like, I didn't think I could feel like this. Or, you know, it also kind of brings up some past trauma that you probably didn't even know that you still had with past connections. I feel like whatever this was, it triggered a soul journey. it created a little bit of imbalance in some way in your life, but it's a good thing. And I feel like a lot of you have been kind of clearing out, maybe even like old memories or things that you just fully haven't got over, because I feel like this, whatever this was, this person kind of coming into your life, whether you have told them, I feel like a lot of you have not told them the way that you feel, because it's time to take action, be bold, and make the first move. I feel like you have done this purification process. You kind of went over the past. You kind of released what you had to release in order to make yourself ready for this person. And I feel like a lot of you probably even went back and forth a little bit, kind of like these seas in the back, they're not flat. There's a little bit of wake over here. You know, that ship is leaning. And I feel like it kind of created a little bit of an imbalance and uproar, but there is something that has drawn you to this person. So weird. These are two different decks, three different decks, four different decks. And the same cards are kind of coming out, the same message. I think this is, like I said, it's either you or the person that's about to come into your life. If you were drawn to pile 2, this is kind of the second step. This is kind of like you've been doing the purification. You kind of had to kind of listen to your own intuition to kind of take your cup and be like, whatever I'm doing is not serving me anymore. It caused a major upheaval. You did not see this coming. That tire just burned down, right? Created imbalance. You're just like, I don't even know which way to go. I'm trying to juggle, and but I know that this is something that kind of created this own self journey, right? Which probably led to you a little bit on holding back, right? Not really wanting to fully let go at first. But with the Knight of Swords here, also on the bottom of the deck, it is time to take action. I feel like you've kind of done the work that you needed to do. It probably triggered a big soul journey within you, to kind of clear out the things that you probably thought that you cleared out that obviously wasn't, when this person, who probably doesn't even know, they kind of wreaked a little bit of havoc in your life, but in a good way. This is, and now I feel like it's time to take action. So let's get some more. Yeah, time to take action. Wow, King of Wands came out in the last one. And the Magician wanted to come out too. So this is something you manifested, and all of a sudden when it shows up in your face, you're like, oh shit. It's what I manifested is now kind of staring at me. And now it's like, this is what I wanted, and it's here. I have to, make sure I'm ready to be, on the other side of this person and be able to fully invest in this. And some of you kind of freaked you out a little bit. Yikes, I don't want to take that. Hangman, yeah. Definitely look at this, Queen of Wands. The King of Wands wanted to come out, and they have the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Wands. That's a spark. Oh, that's a spark. This person changed your perspective, and you've been holding back with the Lovers. Wow. Oh, I love it. Pile 3. I love it. Soak it up. High Priestess. Some of you count yourself. Oh, High Priestess and the Ace of Wands. That's a lot of sexual energy. And then you have the King and Queen of Wands. A lot of sexual energy. It's also very magnetic. So what's going to happen? 6 of Cups. Dude, the 6 of Cups came out in the last one. If you were drawn to pile 2 at all, please go watch it. Please go watch it. It will be, you'll understand. We have the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck and the 10 of Pentacles, and we're done. Look, Wheel of Fortune's poking out too. And we're done. Call it a day. Page of Wands. This is a fresh start. Yep. A fresh start after a gnarly ending. This is a time to rebuild. Another 9. Wow. Time to rebuild. This is where you're starting. A fresh start. Page of Wands. It has a lot of excitement, a lot of attraction, but you persevered and went through some really gnarly endings, and that's why a lot of you probably weren't even thinking that you would be in this again. You have 8, 9, 10. Also, a lot of you were probably really focused on your career or just really focused on yourself and was like probably not even thinking of love, and this person just came along and just fucked your shit up. a lot of you probably thought you were on a certain path, and this person made you really think, made you shift your perspective. And I'm laughing, and I'm not laughing at you, or this could be you, or this could be the next person that is coming into your life. But I feel like they met you and it just created this tower moment in their life, and it probably even triggered like some kind of awakening. And you know what's funny? Pile 2, their cards was Scorpio and Aries, which is ruled by Mars. That is the tower card. Aries and Scorpio is the tower card. Just wrecking all kind of havoc, upheaval, death and rebirth. It probably created an imbalance, was a little bit confusing. But the last, even though, because it was kind of the same message in the last pile, it was a gnarly ending. Something that you took a lot of swords with. I think the last one was like the 3 of Swords, the 8 of Cups. I can't remember the last card, but it was something like that. And it was, this person is a fresh start. I do think the 2 piles are definitely connected. The 6 of Cups and the 2 of Cups came out in the last pile as well. But I think you have been holding back. Look, he's almost like side-eyeing the 2 of Cups. Like, I'm not ready to let go. We also have 2, 3, 4 here. I feel like whoever this was shifted your perspective, and you had to take a little bit of time out to kind of think all this over. But I think you did, and you did a purification process on your thoughts, your emotions, your past. I feel like it, like I said, it put you kind of triggered like a soul journey and maybe even like an awakening within you. And now I feel like you're ready to take action. And I think that you know, or this person knows that they need to make a move, but they had to take some time to really think and really evaluate what they want before they went ahead and leaped. So pile 3, I'm just going to leave it there. This is so beautiful. Like I said, please go watch pile 2. They're very similar. I think this is the second stage of pile 2. But damn, I'm so happy for you guys. You have like the 6 and the 2 of Cups came up in both, and now you have the Ace of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. This is something that is going to grow, that is going to be solid. Like the 10 of Pentacles is like that power couple, but you also connect. It's like yin and yang. You connect, you see each other, you respect each other, you are there for each other, but you also appreciate your differences. Such a beautiful connection. Extremely strong, long-lasting. So if that's what you want, it's coming. And some of you know that you need to take action. Time to take action. New moon in Aries, cardinal moon. Because this is extremely beautiful, and with this Three of Pentacles, this is like this Ace of Cups, you offering a cup or this person offering a cup is going to build a solid foundation to get to the Ten of Pentacles. So I love you guys. Thank you if you're still here. If you resonate, let me know how you like it. Check me out on TikTok. And right now I have 40% off my Etsy shop. You can go over there. The sale is not going to last long. And I hope that you are having a beautiful day or night whenever you find this reading. It is a timeless reading. And I am very grateful to each and every one of my viewers. And I will catch you on the next one. Bye.